Breezy and warm again in the valley today, just about like yesterday's weather. Temperatures about the same, give or take a little bit. So we'll be back in the 80s, maybe a few spots in the low 90s in the upper valley. Mostly sunny skies back, very few clouds around this afternoon. If you look at the sky, look out your window, it's just maybe a little puffy cloud like you see here on the screen here and there, but mainly just warm, dry weather today. Highs back at least in the 80s. A few spots in Starr County, maybe western Hidalgo County might hit the 90-degree mark. Right now, though, we're on our way up through the 80s. We're at 83 in Harlingen and Edinburgh, 82 in Raymondville and Port Isabel, and 81 in Rio Grande City and a few other locations. But highs today should top off mainly in the mid to upper 80s most everywhere. Could hit 90 briefly around McAllen and in the low 90s in spots in Starr County. But a little breezy at times. The winds, as you saw earlier, we showed you, were still gusting to around 30 miles per hour, and that's the trend again right now for the early this afternoon. Dew points are coming up, but it's not super high. We're not getting the really humid air blowing in here over the next couple of days, so it's kind of plateaued with dew points in about the low to mid 60s. So it's kind of muggy, but you know, it's not so sticky that it doesn't cool off much at night. It's at least allowing temperatures to get back down into the 60s each morning. And you see the wind gusts now. We showed you again the wind gusts earlier around 30 miles per hour, and that's still true, especially in the lower valley. 30 the gust in Harlingen and Raymondville, 32 the gust in Port Isabel, and 33 in Brownsville. So with the winds coming from the south, nice warm wind out there keeping temperatures warm today. And the winds, as you see this afternoon, strongest in the lower valley. You get a little less wind the farther west you go into western Hidalgo and Starr counties. If you look at the blue colors, which are lighter winds, they're in the upper valley. And the warmer colors, I guess you could say, are stronger winds. Still stays breezy through about sunset, then the winds die off tonight and tomorrow morning. Tomorrow's a day when it should be just about as breezy, maybe slightly breezier in some areas, but you know, kind of a wind gust up around 30 miles per hour again tomorrow into the afternoon, early evening hours. Thursday, though, appears to be the day when it's going to be, it has potential to be much more windy. So you see Thursday, the whole screen's lit up with the colors indicating about wind speeds around 25 to maybe 30 miles per hour sustained, and then some gusts on top of that. In fact, I was looking at some of the weather data. You kind of look at the wind in the lower part of the atmosphere, and about 5,000 feet up today, it's showing wind speeds like 10 or 15 miles per hour. At about that level on Thursday, it's showing about 40, 45 miles per hour. So you get some of that wind up above the ground mixed down, you can get some stronger winds. So Thursday could be just all-out windy day. You know, if you're parked next to someone in the parking lot, you know, your door opens and you bang right into them. So don't let that happen to you. Your car door banging into anyone on Thursday. It looks rather windy all the way into at least part of Friday. Now, satellite radar shows clear skies for the most part around the valley. A couple of clouds are off to the west, but you look to the north, there are a few patches of clouds in the hill country and off to the west, but nothing able to get in here and cause any rain today. So things looking pretty dry for the foreseeable future. Future track does show breezy and warm weather today with sunshine. Temperatures again mostly in the 80s. By this evening it's clear initially, but there could be some patches of low clouds late tonight. Not everywhere, but maybe a few clouds towards sunrise. And then tomorrow, maybe a few more puffy clouds, but still a mostly sunny day overall and kind of breezy. And then as we go into Thursday, remember the winds will be a little gustier, some windy weather, but temperatures back up into the 80s again with mostly sunny skies around and still no rain. Maybe a few clouds again late Thursday night and Friday morning. There's actually a weak cold front trying to get close to us on Friday, so that may cause a few more clouds, but the chance of rain should stay well to the north. So if you want to track the weather, if you're away from your TV later this week, you know, if you want to check in and see if there's any rain nearby or how strong the winds are, even check on traffic. If you're taking a road trip, you can check on traffic anywhere you drive. You know, you can drive from here to Canada and see the traffic on the way up. So KRGV mobile app available for Android and iPhone. Check it out and search for KRGV weather in the stores there. And check out the next 7 days too. It's going to be a fairly consistent stretch of weather temperature-wise. Not a lot of up and down trends here. Highs mostly in the upper 80s to some places right around the 90-degree mark. Breezy today, breezy tomorrow. Remember, it could be much more windy on Thursday afternoon and maybe even kind of windy in a part of Friday, but highs still in the 80s, lows in the 60s. And with that weak front moving through the area, some of the models say there might be a shower close by, but probably missing us to the north. And beyond that, you know, the front fades away, so we don't really cool off. If anything, we stay about the same or get hotter later in the weekend with a little bit more humidity. So no cool weather coming back anytime soon. Just enjoy the spring breezes coming up, and we'll keep tracking it and have another look at some of your traffic in the lower valley later in your first 1-5 forecast on Channel 5 News at noon.